So from here
it'll be
save
recorded.
the stream.
I didn't know if that would mess it up, and I was scared about messing things up because anytime I touched anything, Ricky would have to come back in and troubleshoot, and I was ruining his life. Anyway, yeah, this is the living room and the kitchen. This is a board game. I got an arcade game right here. Also, yes, this is the lo-fi hip-hop girl up here. This song is a little ominous. I don't love it for this vibe. Oh, it's Hypno KK. Let's see here. Honestly, forgot I was streaming. I just really started jamming out to that.
It's a remix that Ryan just made for us.
What?
Ryan made a remix of our last interview.
Oh yeah. That was good. You
New
guys
Patreon content coming soon, coming today.
Patreon content coming soon.
Honey Six Patreon. If you're a member, if you are a
We're
patron.
probably, now that we've done this the first time too,
Yeah.
we are probably going to be streaming a lot more together. And thank you. I love listening to music as well. And so I don't know if it's going to be Patreon specific, but you know, if this is something you're into and you want more of it, I will be streaming on my own, but when we stream together, it might just be on the Patreon. Who knows?
It'll be both, probably.
Probably both. But regardless, we're just happy you're here for this momentous first time I've ever streamed. How am I doing? Okay? I need
I
validation.
think you're doing a good job.
I need validation. He loves me. I don't need his validation. He's gonna tell me that if I'm doing a crap job.
We'll go over some notes after this stream. I don't want to do it live.
I wish that wasn't real. But it is real. I will be getting notes. I will be getting formal notes.
I only have like 4 or 5.
Like, maybe I should have my shit together. Maybe I should talk less fast. Maybe
No,
I
they're
should
much
be
more
like-
specific than
Oh, okay. Oh, they're soul crushing. Got it. They have to be specific.
Whoa.
What?
There's a huge mirror to the left of all this over there.
It's not good. And she
And the
likes to get
cat
in there.
She's scratching the back of the mirror. It's really unsettling.
You'd think the pit bull would be a problem, but he's absolutely not. Anyway, I don't know if I this has been so wholesome. I'm scared to ruin everyone's vibe with what happens in
Do
the
some
basement.
dark shit.
There's some dark shit. You guys want to get dark? Let's get dark. Also, someone did ask, Julie the Hun Human.
Yep.
I'm really good
Julie
at
the
this.
Human.
This is gonna be in the notes, I swear to God. Asked what is my favorite KK Slider album? I don't know. There's so many to pick from. So I'm gonna have to debate, but also debate in the chat. I would love to know your all's opinions. I actually really love they're more like,
She's Brazilian.
yeah, this is how you can tell. This is all the DNA you need is me lightly. Get into it, guys. This one fucking slaps. This gives you life. Breathes life. And then this one too. This one gets hot. Alright. Enough of that. Because I still want the vibe to be a little off-putting when they walk in. Like, what is this? Why am I here? Again, the skull is, there's, everything looks, beautiful and saturine and but then underneath it, there is some darkness. And if you look closely enough, you will find it. And then actually, if you just go downstairs, it's just, right in front of you. It's in the basement. Basements have to be dark. I won't explain anything yet. I'm just gonna walk around, let you guys see what's happening here. Dax is going ham. No, he ruined his toy. Anyway.
You want to see what he's doing?
You guys want to see this?
He had a big joint.
It was a joint toy. You'll see it intact in the Mashable article. I will post that on my Twitter. Anyway, this is the real darkness. This is underneath everything. It still looks nice, but then what's happening here? Who's this? Why? What's this camera for? Why is the bear there? What are these? Who is this for? Ryan's calling him, so.
Hello?
And then I think the true feature of this room is this doll. As Ricky said last night when I showed this masterpiece, which I just made last night. Hi. I'm doing things. This Honey Stitch fans are in there. They're the best.
Can you see here? That's
Ryan.
Shit.
Don't look at what's happening in my game.
This guy's in my band.
You know
I don't know
him?
how many of you guys know who
You guys know him, Ryan? Ever heard of him? He does.
Okay.
He does those
Back to
drums. The director's chair is really what sells the hell of this room. It has an intentionality behind it that you gotta be like, what is the story there? And then any story you put into why there is a director's chair and a video camera in front of a bed and a teddy bear, never good. The answer is never gonna be good. But anyway, what Ricky's comment pretty much summed it up. He said, I don't know what's going on in this room, but whoever lives here has daddy issues. And it's true. Yeah, it's dark. This is a medieval mirror. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's gargoyle-ish enough to fit in this hodgepodge of a nightmare. This half is the meth lab. That's pretty straightforward. I'll leave it up to your imaginations why there's all these costumes in here, and why it's also just cursed and haunted. The stream did take a turn. The basement is where the turn should happen, though, right? Like, isn't that what it always is? You think you know somebody until you see their basement. All right, so let's move on. You guys are a lot of fun. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Hope you're having a good time. What else can we do here? Well, I haven't done the basic stuff. Feel free to leave. Someone said he must have an OnlyFans. Yes, hilariously, I have been talking about doing an Animal Crossing OnlyFans where I don't exactly know what that would look like, but and obviously no one would pay for it. But how funny would that be? You just get weirdly sexual. I do this with all Nintendo games. They're aware. I've been contacted by their PR people. Being nice and kind, and then also being like, LOL, we can't have anything to do with this. When Splatoon came out, one of the first articles from Mashable was an investigative piece into the subreddit r/Sluttoon. You can go Google that article if you're interested to know what the hell that means. But I think you'll also leave that up to your imaginations. I'm sorry this stream took a turn, but you know what? This is who I am. It's all at the same time. All the things, Also, sex and stuff, it's normal. We should treat it normal. It's not a bad thing. It can be a bad thing if people are bad about it, and if we treat it like it's a bad and a naughty thing to do. But if we treat it like normal things human beings do to show up, or to have fun, consensually, I don't see the bad in that. Fight me. Don't fight me, I love you guys. Someone said, I saw people putting QR codes of nudes. I want those. I've been Googling QR code nudes. It doesn't show me what I want. It's not a good Google search. Don't do it. But please, yes, please, everyone leave links to QR code. I don't know if you're allowed to, actually. I don't know how Twitch works or how any of this works or how to do anything right. But I would love if everyone could put some QR code nudes. I have the Titty City flag, of course. Hilarious thing that also happened is that, and I actually found, oh God, I forgot to make my damn shovel. But I think I can do it anyway, because another hot tip, you guys are getting all the tips, keep a workbench in your inventory. Then you don't have to deal with that. Guys, we have so many presents we didn't open yet, though. 5 I keep getting money. I know it's like privilege or whatever to say you don't need it, but like I just want the surprise of something else. Is that so bad? Is it so bad, mister? It's not so bad. All right, next present. Digital alarm clock. I've read the toy article of yours. Thank you. That was just one. So I've written many toy articles. That started like last year with a high-tech toys series I did, and since then it's become like kind of more of my main beat. Like something that I write about is like sex tech and stuff. All about, it's mostly about women and women's pleasure and you know, this intersection between intimacy and the digital realm. I'm super interested in all that. And yeah, and then I also just think it's funny and fun to be as just, you know, when so much of women's sexuality, I'm going to craft while we do this, while we have a lesson on female sexuality. When so much of female sexuality is, you know, dictated to us, what we're allowed to want, what we're not allowed to want, when it's okay to be sexual, especially like including on Twitch. Like there's so much of this stigma against quote unquote boob tubers. I have like streamer friends who are like can't show any of their bodies because the men get aggro, and that they're using, you know, their sexuality to get more views, even though it like universally makes you hated in the gaming community. So I don't know how that exactly works out. But yeah, it's a hot topic that I'm just immediately diving into on my first stream. Anyway, there's just so much that people love to tell you about what you're allowed to do with your sexuality when you're a woman, and I hate that. So I am loudly, you know, all about just being myself, which happens to be sexual and not just sexual, but just, you know, have some fun. I think it's also part of my Brazilian cultureness. I'm now doubting whether or not I can make the shovel. I can't. I need hardwood. I need hardwood. Talking about sex. You guys got it? Anyway, yeah, in Brazil, I think America has a much different relationship to sexuality than Brazil, which is in Brazil, sexuality is just a normal part of, like, it's not something you hide necessarily. And this is obviously very generally speaking. Brazil is a huge country with many, many, many different cultures, subcultures and cultures, like the melting pot. But in my experience, you know, it's just a much more normal part of life to, you know, wear supposedly like provocative outfits, or like, you know, like when I'd like show up in like a mini skirt when I was young, my mom would be like, you look amazing. Like there was no like policing of that. And then, but like in general American culture, I think there's a lot more of this like conservative vibe. And I never really flexed with it, and it never really spoke to who I was. So then I was like, all right, well, if this is like a controversial thing is to be myself, I'll just be it louder. So I kind of made it a little bit of my job to like, to talk about those things and work, and then like, you know, maybe hopefully through, did I get enough? And then maybe, you know, by example, show, you know, people who might be afraid of sexuality and think that they can control men's sexuality, have it be like some sort of exposure therapy by being really loud about it and be like, no, you can't. Like, you can't tell me what to do with my body, or to tell me what I want and what I shouldn't want. And then for the people who also, like me, have, you know, do want to talk about sex or want to be provocative or flirty, whatever it is, whatever that means for you in whatever form that takes, they also feel empowered to be like, well, like, she's a normal lady who also happens to just talk about sex sometimes. And, you know, I just think it's what I'm trying to do with that is just basically like make the conversation more open. And I know that everyone says that, and it's like I'm really overblowing my any ability I have to influence culture at all. But I think just for myself, I need to, you know, give my writing a purpose, and that's what I hope to do. And also be fun and provide some funny stuff. Because sex is also funny. And yeah, I hope this has been my TED Talk, and I hope you all enjoyed it. But I also don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. So, you know, it's just your level. If I'm not your vibe, that's totally chill. I don't have any problems with you. You don't have problems with me. I don't have a problem with you. If you have a problem with me, we have a problem. But generally, I think, you know, everyone kind of, we thankfully live in progressively better times, and people understand that everyone expresses themselves differently, and yeah, and it's no one's business. But then I make it your business. I think that's a hybrid flower. Anyway, let's continue on with what was I gonna do? Thank you for liking my info. And you guys are really, really sweet, and the positive feedback is really helping my nerves. My heart rate is slowing, or maybe picking up with excitement. Less nervousness, more excitement. But I'm the type of person, I also have an anxiety disorder. I also write about that, and that's cute. Multiple, don't we all? And in this times, if you don't have an anxiety disorder, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're asleep. Yeah, I have the type of like anxiety disorders where like when doctors take my heart rate, I get nervous. I feel like it's a test or something. I don't know. Like I'm like, oh my, I'm gonna do bad. And so then my heart picks up. And like they're like, whoa, you are you okay? It's like you're running a marathon right now. I'm like, I'm doing great. What do you mean? So that's I've forgotten my birthday at the when the
reading your Red Dead 2 article right now.
Oh yeah, that's my best known, probably in games generally, my best known thing I've ever written. Thing that got me most attention would be my takedown of Reddit. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it, Ryan?
I'm just starting the game.
Oh yeah, no, listen, I don't shame, and you'll get to this at the end. After I completely ruin and destroy it in that article, I do say, like, listen, it has a lot of great qualities here and there and that, and it's a great game to play. Like, I played like 70 hours of it, but it's a shit game. It doesn't deserve, okay, it's not a shit game. It doesn't deserve its praise. And also,
Red Dead Redemption 2.
This is Red Dead Redemption 2, by the way. And also, it does not pass the bar of excellence set by Rockstar, and they haven't been doing that for quite some time. And Red Dead 1 was one of my favorite games, and I think this game like only detracted from that masterpiece with everything it did. So
That's what she's doing.
hot takes. Everyone Google Jess Joho Red Dead Redemption. It'll come up. Also, you'll find a bunch of. I'll let it go. It's not that good of a butterfly. Let it go. Go free. I don't know. That's a question I always have. Is like, where do these butterflies and bugs go after you sell them to the little kid raccoons? It's like an unanswerable question. I don't think any of us want to think about all that much.
He probably takes their wings off and
Yeah, he probably
uses
just
them for something
eat
really
them.
fucked up and sexual.
Well, good. We already established in the culture here about what my approach
Look
to
at those little
sexuality is.
raccoons.
These are
fucking
children. This is
pervs.
another dark part. Is these children?
Child workers.
Yes, no child labor laws protecting Timmy and Tommy. No one's talking about it. You know what I mean? I should ask the next time I interview Nintendo, which will probably be in a decade, or if we ever get society back, if we ever have an E3 again.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna
ask
go, Ryan.
Right?
All right.
You want to stare at
Bye.
this hell?
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't hear
cut him
you.
off.
I think you said stay safe at the end
Stay
there.
safe. Tell him fuck off. Don't stay safe.
Stay
Go
safe.
outside, bitch.
I'm not gonna say that to him. Jess says you too. I think you said stay safe at when we cut you off.
This is why Ricky needs to mediate all my
And
relationships.
Jess says you too. Thanks, Ryan.
And don't check the chat. Don't check the stream. Don't verify that. Don't follow up.
I really enjoyed RDR2, but it had so many misses in it and a
Yeah.
lot of not up to snuff moments.
Yes.
Would have to agree.
Yeah, no, and I did. I mean, I played like 75 hours. To be fair, I played it towards the end. I was only playing it because I had to, in order to finish it. I had to give it all the chance I could, and write about and then destroy it. I would never like destroy a game like that without playing it the whole way through. Actually, when I really don't like games and review them poorly, I will probably play them more. I said save Timmy and Tommy. Ryan did not say stay safe, so fuck him, you know? He said save Timmy and
She
Tommy.
said I will. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you again.
This is why you guys think I'm nicer than I am. It's because Ricky does good PR. He runs interference.
Where did you get the hopscotch QR?
What?
The hopscotch
Oh,
QR.
I can send that
Star
too.
Trek.
I can send that too. They are a bunch of just so what you will need to have. This is what they're talking about. Thank you for reminding me when I am neglecting the chat. This thing. You have to have the island designer. So I don't know if you guys are there yet. But if you're not, also don't rush it. It's a beautiful process and it's meant to be paced that way. I don't suggest cheating, time cheating. I've time cheated twice before, not to advance, but I actually went back and I didn't realize that it would go forward, but it did go forward, but I went backwards to get turnips, so I actually am a huge cheater. But generally I would say don't do that. Anyway, so island designer, you have to have that, and then you go into your island designer and you start construction, and then you can do, and this is how I also got the picnic blanket custom code. Get a little cute heart hat on.
I'm heading out, boys.
Boys,
Everybody in the chat.
boys and girls.
I'll see
Girls
you
and
soon.
everyone in between. All
shades of gender.
shades of gender.
All creeds.
All creeds.
And of course all races.
Of
I'll see
course.
you soon.
This got weird.
Keep
Okay,
it up.
Thanks. So then, yeah, you go in there and you can make any custom design on your islands. And so, let's say that would be the one. But let me show you the QR codes. I'm sure he'll come back later, but he has Final Fantasy to play. That's what he's really doing. So if you want to blame anybody for not being in the chat, blame them. Square Enix? Capcom? Square Enix. I don't know. One of those. I'm not good at this. Anyway, I'll show you the code. And then I can also post all of these on my tweets. And I will also link out to I will give credit to all the amazing fans who did these honey sticks designs. Don't worry about that one, we'll get to that. But first, how can I show you guys? I was in the kiosk? Square Enix. I was right. I got it. See, I'm always right the first time, and then I doubt myself, and then I do it wrong, you know? Don't doubt yourself. Have a little bit of doubt in yourself. I think like overconfidence or just like thinking you're always right is definitely not the right way to. This is not the right store. God damn it. But you know, don't riddle yourself with doubt, anxiety. Trust the process. He still has a flea on him. I'm not gonna talk to him. I want him to be neglected. I need him to leave. I need him to go. He's part of the problem. I do kind of want an all-lady island, or like, again, lady identifying, signifying animals, aside from Lyman, who is in the store right now, and he is the best thing that ever happened to anybody. I love you so much. He calls me Touchdown. I hate it, but it's okay, because he's adorable. I want to chat with you. I know. Oh my god. He's protect him at all costs. How cute is he? He wants to look fucking swole. Who doesn't? Who the hell doesn't? I get it. I have a really funny story also with customized designs and someone who visited my island, and I for the longest time didn't know who it was. I recently found out, but then a tragedy happened after. Basically, first, I'm gonna, you know guys, as you go on this journey with me, I'm gonna get better at being less ADD. It'll be a journey, this is me on medicine. This is me with my ADD medication. So imagine. It's not a pretty sight, but it's still fun. It's fun. I get goofy. Goofy's fun. I think this is where I can show you guys posted designs. No. This is my creator design. I haven't created anything. Actually, that's a lie. I've created, if you want the Titty City, if you want the Titty City flag, which can also be a t-shirt, which lands in appropriate places, if you know what I mean. Please. Take down my creator code. I can post that. Honestly, I don't think you guys want that. Oh, also the H design. I'll post that. So that's a fan. I saw a fan. That is not an original idea. This is the Sooo flag. I will say Ricky helped me with this one. It's good. It's good. I also made the Honey Stick Sucks t-shirt, which is, you know, Ricky surprisingly liked it. He asked me one day, why don't you make Honey Sticks merch? One of the endless nights I spent just playing this game, and he's been so kind enough as to not make me feel bad about it. And I was like, yeah, sure, baby, I'll do that. And then I showed him this. So that's that information. I can also post that if we want it. But let's see. How do I post designs? Post a design. So one of the something else that I did for his for our anniversary, when I honey sticks out my whole island, was that I used merch. And I made custom merch because this is not an original idea. I got it from fans who did it, but they didn't post a QR code. So it's simple enough to make myself. So I did that, and I will post it in case you guys also want that. Okay, cool. Share it. Captured. I can send that to you guys. Oh no, I don't need to. No. Rep TC. Everybody, the thing that I can't stop doing. Actually, I want to keep using it. I don't know if I can find a way to show everybody the design codes for everything else I have. But I have saved it on my phone, so in case I can't do it here, I will do it afterwards. But yeah, the one thing I absolutely can't stop doing is the catchphrase. I don't know how we came upon it, but I just started going, Erbalotti City! And that was what I first posted. I posted of Titty City with the Titty City flag, and now like literally anywhere I am in the house, I'll just go, Erbalotti City! And then I'll hear Ricky go somewhere, Erbalotti City! It's a really good call to have, you know, and it brings me joy. Hope it brings you joy. You can also just start saying, Erbalotti City! Erbalotti. All titties welcome here too. I did say an all lady island, but I don't really mean that. I mean, what I mean by titties is like, they can be man titties, lady titties, you know, titties who don't want to identify by a gender binary that is a construct. Whatever kind of titties you got, you are welcome here. You have nipples. You are welcome in Titty City. Any day. I don't care what they look like. They're all beautiful. Every nipple in this world is beautiful, and that's what Titty City is about. It is about celebrating the beauty of all nipples, whether or not they're sexualized. They don't need to be sexualized even. You know, they can be feeding a child. Those titties are celebrated. What?
What is me?
Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. He's asking too many questions. He asks too many questions. Why are you asking too many questions? Okay. My frenemy. Audie. She follows me around. Anyway, they have a really funny story to tell if we'll get there, guys. Lyman is good. I think Lyman is good. I don't know. I'm open to other opinions, but he's the least toxic male on my island. Here's another guy I'm in a war with. Oh no! This fucking... He's had something to give me. I gotta talk to him. Even though I'm trying to ignore him because I don't want him around because he has toxic masculinity vibes. Alright, fuck it. Fucking talk to me, Monty. What do you want? If this isn't kick-ass, I swear to God, Monty, I will report your fucking ass. I've already reported half my island 3 times at least. I don't know what it takes to get them out. But I will report you, Monty. Okay, this sounds good. Agreement? I think I have agreement already. Holy shit, this is... You know when men teach you something that you already know? You know that? That's what just happened. I just got mansplained by Monty about how to react agreeably. Tell me that's not fucking problematic. Tell me that's not problematic. Has no place in Titty City. Titty City's admit that. You know what? I'm smacking him. I agree. I agree. I don't support physical violence, you know, in the real world in any form. But this is Animal Crossing, and someone's gotta get smacked. Woo! Fuck! Let's edit that in post. No. You can't be so close because then he'll start the dialogue, Fox. Don't you ever! No! Oh, it's not a love tap, babe. That's not. This is abuse. Yeah, this is abuse. Fuck you. Fuck you. This is Titty City. This is Maybe this is a sign for you. Maybe I shouldn't live here anymore. Maybe you should accept my flowers and not give me a smack back. Huh? Fuck, I got a flower instead. He's clapping. You know what? This is a lesson, ladies. People pretend that they don't want you to be who you are. They militant feminist, who wants to be that? Who wants to be labeled? You know what? Be you are. Be as loud as you want to be, because they're still gonna fucking clap for you when you succeed. And you will succeed. You will succeed. Fuck you! I think he does deserve to go in the meth dungeon. Oh my god, the pitfall. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure how to do it, but let's try. He's right now. The problem is that he's right now on one of my carefully made paths. Custom paths here. I can also, for this brick path, which I'm still figuring out how to make it look good, but I don't like any of the ones that they have, so I made this brick. There's someone, I didn't make this. This is beautiful and I didn't make it. I'm not taking credit. But I can also post this if you're into it. It has like 3 to 4 different like patches that you can use to give it a kind of a distressed vibe. But I really love it. I think it's cute. Hi, baby. He's very needy boy. He's a very needy boy. What's the pitfall seed recipe? Oh my god. Please tell me, Julie. Okay, favorite Islander is Stitches. So precious. I don't know what they identify as. They, I guess, is best to go by if you don't know. But amazing. He talks about food constantly. That's all he talks about. It's about, I give him a flower, he's like, I wish I could eat it. And I'm like, me too. I wish you could eat it too. I wish we could both eat this flower. I'm a fuck up. I should have given you fruit. At least, at the very least. Protect Stitches at all costs. This is Drake. He looks cute in the sweater. He like, his visibility, his visual appearance is cute. Oh my god, look at that. That was a war for a second. That was passive aggressive. Dax is once again. This is how Dax doesn't make noise. He was abused as a baby child. He doesn't know how to make noise when he wants things. He does not make noise like eating food. He will not, if I forget to feed him, which I very rarely do. Don't worry, he's fine. But he will not ask me, doesn't know how to ask for things, doesn't know how to ask to go outside, and he will just sit there and look at me threateningly or like until I finally do something and figure out what he wants. Oh, my legs hurt. He's still icy about it. Even though I'm his mom. He still prefers you. He used to do this even before Ricky. Also, holy shit, how's my hair doing? Curly girls unite because I put on this, these headphones when they were still drying, which means I can only wear headphones for the rest of my life now until I shower again. But yeah, Dax would do that. He's been looking for a father all his life with me. I do have good villagers. I do. But there's some of them that I hate. Like Monty. I hate also, oh my god. What's her fucking name? Snooty. You know what? The name is already not off to a great start. I didn't choose that for you, but you are named Snooty, which best case scenario makes you think of like snot. Worst case scenario, you're like, you know, a prissy bitch. I'm sorry. This is what everyone's thinking. I'm just the one saying it. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. I love doing that to them. They're like, I would be super curious in real life if like someone walked in your house and was like, nope, walk down. I love this little spot. I also gave Audie, even though we're eternally in a battle, a frenemy battle, I gave her the cutest spot. Look at that. Look at that. There's a placemat and everything. And so you can get your delectable 4-course snack vending machine meal and then go sit here and have it. Around rose bushes. Like, come on, guys. I treat them well. Sure, I report half of them, ignore half of them, beat the other half with a net. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking so that I don't continue to incriminate myself. But, you know, living on my island isn't bad. Get the fuck out of my house, Snooty. Get the fuck out of my life. Look at you. Look at you. What are you doing with yourself? She just has this attitude. She just thinks she's better than everybody. She changed. I reported her so many times to Isabel that she now like talks differently, so I can't even even if we talked, which I won't because again I'm trying to ignore her. She doesn't talk the way she used to, which is what pissed me off so much, but I still have that resentment, so I still want her to leave. I also want new variety on my island and just leave. I built this place. Leave. Go. You're not wanted. Oh, I still have one more fossil to find. We can do that. First, I should drop some stuff off at my house. Do I have anything I need made? No, I have everything. She's trying her best. I understand, Julie. You're right. She talks now just normal. She has no personality at all, which is worse somehow. At least before you had personality. But I think what happens when you report them is that Nintendo's they must be offended or not like something about the way that they're talking. So let's really make them the most basic thing ever. So now she's just a basic bitch on top of everything. It's just not helping her. It's not doing great for her. I already have a digital alarm clock. Me saying that she's too bratty. That's one for the books there. Street piano, I forgot to learn this. I support it. I get it. Actually, I also thought Snooty was female identifying, but I think when I reported her, Isabel said, we'll have a talk with him. So who knows? Who knows? I don't want to make presumptions about my villagers or any other sentient beings' gender identity. Toilet cleaning set. We all need it, Don't pretend. We all, shit out of the same hole. That's when you guys can take, to the grave. That little witticism. The piece of wisdom, that aphorism, you know, ancient Chinese proverb. We all shit out of the same hole. This stream is chaos. Thank you for bearing with me as I figure out what the hell I'm doing. I'm surprised we haven't run into any issues, to my knowledge. But technical issues, but do tell me if there are. Also, I should check on my friends here to see if we are ever going to. Are we gonna hang? Being friends with me, much like following me on Twitch or Twitter, is just getting full all caps texts of panic. Because, like, I feel like that just, you know, that's who I am. If you can't get with it, we're not gonna work out. So I should just be that way all the time, wear you down, until you enjoy it. And that's what this stream is all about, guys. Wearing everybody down until they like me. Just kidding. This is for friendship. And because I'm honestly just doing this all damn day, and I should probably, like, have some connection tethered to the real world through my addiction. That's my Animal Crossing problem. Yes, it does explain. It does explain a lot. I have loved I mean, I always thought that Animal Crossing was, for me, I have social anxiety is one of those anxiety disorders that I have. So, like, I have, like, agoraphobia, so, like, just a fear of, and that's not, I know everyone in film and stuff, it's, like, people who can't leave their apartments, which, like, it's a huge exaggeration and not what it looks like in reality. Also, I never opened this. Holy shit, look at me, guys. We'll get back to the anxiety talk in a second. But, wow, I did it. I got more than 100,000. I got a bunch of Zen cushions because I thought my friends were going to come over and I was going to make a stack of them so we could sit around and play stuff. I'm considerate. I also got an extra dolly so I can gift, you know, cursed things. I only gift my friends cursed things. Anxiety, yes, agoraphobia. So it doesn't always, and I wrote about this recently too, because it's very strange to have an anxiety disorder right now, and that it's not just agoraphobia, but I think especially people with contamination anxiety disorders, so like OCD, hypochondria, things like that, you know, germophobia. People, it's been a really strange time to be someone with those things because it feels like your, you know, those like irrational fears that you have been validated by the pandemic, and that's really kind of triggering and can cause all sorts of just like doubt in your mind about like what I said in my mind was like, what I worry about, and I know this is it's kind of privileged, but not really privileged, but is I worry about reintegrating into society and not when this will end. I worry that my progress I've made with my agoraphobia, which for me manifests as like a fear of leaving the house, particularly alone, and for anything, like going to the pharmacy, just running errands, going to the office is like a huge struggle. It takes a huge toll on me. I take Klonopin now. I've been in therapy for 2 years now. I go twice a week, so I'm on top of my shit in terms of figuring all that stuff out and getting handle on it. So much better than it was like before I started therapy. If you struggle with anything like that, I know it's everyone's go-to, like, I'm gonna therapy, and like it really sucks to hear, and it's not a catch-all solution for everybody, because like it's a process to find someone who works for you. This healthcare system that we live in, and at least in America, is not helping anybody. It's horrifyingly bad for physical ailments, let alone you know, mental health issues, and it's so hard. So I do not mean to undermine how hard it is to actually, even if you have made the decision to get therapy, it's so hard, and it can be really, really demoralizing. The process can be really, really demoralizing. And, but I do want to emphasize that for me, I totally did not get a handle on what was, I didn't even know what it was. I would like go and I'd be like, so I can't leave the house every time I have to get my ADD medication. I have like, a little, and you get that like little bit of panic and you can't feel your fingers, and then in the pharmacy, and then you forget your birthday when the pharmacist asks you, that like that happens to me. I don't know what it is, but also like maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe that's why I don't leave the house. I'm just a lazy piece of shit. My therapist is like, I think there's other stuff going on. So, I think therapy is just really good for a lot of reasons, obviously. And this is all with the asterisk of therapy is right for you, whatever that means. There are so many different theories of like therapies. For me, psychoanalysis works. It's completely fallen out of fashion elsewhere, which is why my therapist is like 160 years old. I love him so much. She has no idea what's going on in the world. I love it. But other people have really responded well to cognitive behavioral therapy. There's a combination of both. It's really what works for you, and it's a process to find. And I hate when people kind of present it as the solution to everything, because it's also work. It's not like you go somewhere, someone like gives you a magic pill and everything's better. It's incremental work. It feels like work going into it. You're like, why am I paying more money than I ever should? Thanks healthcare system again. But to like go in and feel uncomfortable or feel exhausted by the end. Like, why am I paying that money to do that? And like your head can make all sorts of reasons as to why you shouldn't go into therapy, and that's in the best case scenario. That's like therapy that's working. The therapy that isn't working is like, I really question whether this person's theories are helping me out, which is another question. It's hard to distinguish between when, it's your mind kind of like resisting progressing or resisting, getting better, and protecting those kind of anxiety disorders that you feel make you safe, or whatever it is, and not only anxiety disorders, whatever it is, or if they're actually just not good therapists. It's a really hard line to find. I responded really poorly the first time to my therapist. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? He doesn't know, he's like 90, he doesn't know my business as like a young girl feminist, He doesn't know anything. Like, he's in a dad sweater. What the hell? What kind of PhD does he have? Or he has an MTG's doctorate. He's a doctor, so he actually has an MD. But anyway, I was like, had all of these things in my head about why he wasn't good, and then I went in the second time and I was like, maybe I had some defense mechanisms up, So it's a process, and it's really messy, and it can be, it is inherently work, and if it's not work and you're not putting in the work into therapy, you're not going to get what you want out of it. And it's also incremental progress. It's hard to see it working. Sometimes it's not going to be an immediate solution. But I can't tell you enough how much it's helped my life. And I don't think I'd be dating Ricky right now if I didn't do it. I think I had a lot to work through before I was ready to share my life with somebody. And he also helps me a lot. So that's been another TED Talk of mine. Hope you like it. I need to get water soon because I'm talking my butt off. I talk when I get nervous. I talk all the time. I thought that's why the streaming would be a good idea. I was like, well, I just talk out my ass all day anyway when no one's around, so I don't see how it will be different. Why'd I come in here? While we're here, let's do some inventory cataloging. Everything else I need to sell or plant. But yeah, It is a lot of work, as everyone's saying. But have I not customized the outside of your house yet, Jess? How do I customize it? Also, I'm sorry. I've been missing everybody's. Let me go back in the chat because it sounds like people have been... Yeah, so we can talk a little bit about, yeah, specifically talk to Tom Nook. That's what I need to do. Specifically just the difficulty of having that one of those anxiety disorders right now is that, like, for me, leaving the house was always scary. You know, with social anxiety, people have always presented as, like, dangers to me. You know, like, I feel like my heart races when I'm around people all the time before the pandemic that made people actual dangers for, like, spreading the disease. Like, so, like, and I never wanted to leave the house. Like, like, what I say in the article is, like, it was very strange to hear, like, my inner mantra when I'm having a panic attack become, like, the words used for a government order, which is stay at home or safe at home. That's what my head would say every time I would get, like, really scared in public spaces or parties or whatever, social situations. Like, safe at home. You gotta go safe at home. It's safe at home. You gotta go safe. And then, like, now everyone's being forced to do it. So it's just a really weird time to have those things because I've been preparing for this all my life, it feels like. But it's extremely triggering to, like, you know, have those things that you've been working on to be, like, to tell yourself, no, it's not real. That's fear is something that's in your head, and, you know, they're not actual dangers. And so I wrote a whole article about that, and I talked to a few psych professors and stuff like that about how to deal with having anxiety disorders like agoraphobia, or also like OCD or germophobia, kind of any contaminant related disorder, and how to kind of work in your head, how to kind of phrase it in your head or frame it in your head so that you're not tempted to feel too validated, or, like, you don't go overboard with, like, you know, I know with a lot of people with OCD, there's a completion element of, like, a completion obsession, you know, which I also probably have a little bit of OCD, like, compacted, but, like, less diagnosed, less like identifiably diagnosable. But for that, like, you know, so, you know, don't feel like you have to wash your hands more. There's a bit of advice there, like, only wash your hands for the 20 seconds that is recommended, you know, like, don't go overboard. Do your best to kind of, like, continue the work of remembering that, you know, this is your disorder, you know, this is just, like, and to know the difference between that kind of thinking and what's actually, what is a you know, public safety guidelines. So it's a really, really hard time right now, and if you're struggling, I am with you. I hope you know you're not alone, because also what I found out in the article by talking to these psych professors was that a lot of them actually think that people are this is going to be an occasion for people who have already been predisposed but still don't have, like, a diagnosable disorder, to start developing it potentially. But, so kind of it also includes advice for kind of how to avoid going down that rabbit hole. Like, it's not an easy solution, but there are ways that we can kind of keep pushing ourselves. Like, for me with agoraphobia, they said, like, keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and within what's allowed. So, you know, go on a walk every day, leave your house, just leave your house every day, in terms of going on a walk. No, don't, like, go to the store every day. That's also not good, not recommended, safety wise for everybody. But within what is safe, try to push yourself out of your comfort zone to continue the work that you've been doing, the great work that you're doing. So that's kind of my basic advice. If you want more details, definitely look out for that article. I think I have it pinned right now on my Twitter. But yeah, I think, you know, just we're going to get through this together, guys. Together alone. Together alone. And hello, someone joined the chat. Newtow. I'm here butchering everybody's usernames, so please don't be offended by that. That's just me being terrible at all things. Yeah. Everyone's super nice in this chat. I love you all, truly. this Animal Crossing, someone brought up just the social aspect of Animal Crossing, and that has been amazing for me. And one way for me to, if you can imagine, I actually get social anxiety right now out of like Zoom calls. I still get social anxiety off the few little amount of social interactions we're actually allowed to have. So even like Animal Crossing, I have so much fun when people come, but like before it happens, especially my friends, obviously, they're just my friends. They like me, and I don't need to be scared of them, but I still get this, like, fear, this, like, racing heart right before I have to do anything. You can imagine what kind of state I was in before I came on stream. And, you know, just doing that is a way for me to continue to, like, work those social muscles that I have tried to work on despite having social anxiety, that I feel kind of like atrophying as I do what I would normally do if I was deep in like an agoraphobic episode, which is just stay at home all day and never leave ever. Oh my god, I got a red. Oh, I needed this. Sorry, I'm really excited about the hybrid flowers here. It's really pulling me through this quarantine. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so this has been extremely helpful. It's also part of why I wanted to do a stream, and push myself to do a stream, is because, you know, this is how we can be together alone, and hopefully by me talking my stupid ass about my problems, you can relate, or you know, get some information that might be helpful, or whatever it is, whatever we can do to help each other out. You know, my social anxiety aside, I do believe people are what we need as social creatures, human beings, to get through just about anything, which is why social anxiety can be so bad, because your one potential lifeline, which is other people, is also what scares you. So I really wanted to kind of confront that fear with this, and you guys are making it extremely easy because you're wonderful people, and I'm feeling great. Oh yeah, I'm sweating. I am sweating. This is, again, my first stream. My throat does need water too. I'm gonna get water. I'll be right back. It's right here. Quarantine outfit. Fashion. Whew. Alright, after all that talk, gotta take a breath. Let's enjoy these lovely flowers. Thank you, Major. You're amazing. Titty Appreciation Island. I really appreciate everybody here a lot. More than you know. This is really a salve to my soul. My stupid social anxiety soul. Oh, and here is a grave. I killed the bunny. I killed Zipper. There's no stream of that, but you can get a summary of it on my Twitter if you go back a little bit. I created a murder room where I made all of the bunny day, because he was the bane of my existence for 2 weeks. I live in this game right now. This game's my life. When the egg problem happens, it affects every aspect of my life, okay? Like, I had to recoup my egg losses for weeks. Because the main source of my income at the time was fishing. You know, every goddamn other fish was a fucking egg. And it really, I mean, you could tell Ask Ricky, I was losing my damn mind. I would just be like, cleaning this and just be like, it's fucking eggs. You're gonna ruin my fucking life. Can't pay my loans. I can't expand my house. What? I can't build a bridge? I got bridges I gotta build. You know what? It was hell. And so I killed him. I killed that sick son of a bitch. He deserved it. He does look psychotic too. He saw the my brownie murder. Thank you. It's my best work. It's truly the height of my art. What else? What else did we talk about, guys? We've talked about everything. We talked about sex. We're talking about my failing mental health. Failing is a strong word. My progressing, in flux mental health. All of us doing the work. But there's so much else we can continue to talk about. How long have I been doing this stream? I honestly would love to get my friends in here so we can get some sort of hang. Again, this was, I did, if you are enjoying this stream, you might also enjoy, and I don't know if any of Alana's fans are in here along with Honeysticks folks, but Alana Pierce, which her goddamn Twitter name and Twitch name is something I can never figure out how to pronounce. Charalanazard? It's like, you know, a Pokemon, but with Alana. And she is fantastic. I love her. She was a huge inspiration for me to start streaming because I love what she does and the vibe she does. Oh, I don't know. Oh yes, the Stonehenge thing did fall. Actually, no, I got that from a neighbor. A neighbor gave me the Stonehenge. But yeah, anyway, Alana, she is a good friend of mine, and we were doing Bunny Day events just on our own. Last weekend, people were gonna come hang at my. Oh, this is my bamboo forest. Oh, someone mentioned this earlier in the chat, and I forgot to do it. This is my prized possession. This object, and I've put it in here as a secret surprise so that everyone's like, oh, look at all this bamboo. What's this one? It looks weird. They press it and just, oh god, it's the wrong way. What? Inexplicable. I don't know. I think it is something that like is like a Japanese cultural item that I just don't understand because I'm an unintelligent American. But yeah, I love that item. It's truly one of the best things I've found in this game. And I have it in 2 places on my island because I just couldn't get enough of it. That's my bamboo forest. I am still questioning what to do with everything else on the island. You know, I clearly the main island within my island, as you can see on my map there, is obviously there's the village and then there's the town square, and that's a pretty you know, well thought out vibe. But I don't know what else to do. My friend Alana's doing like, who I still haven't explained. She's doing like a Japanese forest. She's doing a like Halloween haunted forest. And she's doing all these themed things outside of just her house and like her main thing. I love that. And I probably want to do that as well, but I'm not as creative and I don't have as many ideas about what to do. So I think I'm going to let like the things I get kind of inform what happens with those spaces. I obviously need a big space for my hybrid crossbreeding you know, situations. But outside of that, we'll figure it out. I'm open to suggestions. She doesn't have a snuff porn dungeon meth lab. She doesn't have that. She doesn't have the creativity as I do. You know, I have a special kind of creativity. It's off the beaten path. You know, it's not like what you would traditionally think is creative. You know, some people might say it's disturbed or like whatever, but joke's on them. They'll end up in my dungeon. But yeah, Alana. I feel like half of the past hour has been about Alana, only kind of. A streamer friend. She's first just a friend. She worked at IGN. I have a lot of friends at IGN because we share offices with them. Used to RIP. Hopefully we'll come back one day. But we have a lovely office. Their LA office and their entertainment team works in LA. And so we share offices. They love Dax. You know, he loves them more than he loves me. I keep going to this fucker's house by accident because I think he's going to be doing something. He's useless. I will see the death of him. But yes, I know her through that. And me and a bunch of friends that from our friend group in there, some of them are IGN folks. Terry's IGN. Billy is also in the games industry. And one of our other friends who's actually a writer on Batwoman, Natalie. Look at her. Look at her just working out in a dress. Like, that's brave. That's why she deserves to still be here. And Snooty. Swear to God. And so a bunch of us decided on Bunny Day we would experience that hell together, and I went all out. I like decked out my whole island. It took me hours the night before, and she came over and she was like, "Oh, hey, I'm on stream." And I was thinking, I had thought before Bunny Day was gonna start, I was like, "Oh, maybe that would be a good first stream, because that would be like a lot of things I can show people, and like I'll have stuff to do, and maybe other people will help take the pressure off me, because I don't know what I'm doing." But I was like, oh, but will it be weird because it's like supposed to be a friend thing? And like, I really do take the social experiences had in Animal Crossing, like, to heart. Like, I don't know how else to explain. Like, I think they're really intimate and actual. They feel like real social interaction to me, especially because we have like a Discord chat open. It's not just like transactional, like, hey, let me go to your island to get your fruit things. And so I didn't want to like feel like my friends had to perform or something like that, which I'm not performing, you know. I don't think Alana performs either when you're on streams, not necessarily, but it's different obviously than like, oh, people are watching us. But it was really easy, so I just decided not to stream it. But then Alana came in and was like, hey guys, I'm streaming, is it okay if your voices are featured as well? And if not, that's totally chill. And so she was streaming, and I hadn't had my setup or anything, so I couldn't join her. And after doing that, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I can do this. I don't know why I keep avoiding doing it and putting it off and acting like it's gonna be the death of me. So we did, and we streamed, and she made a great YouTube video if you want to check it out of our bizarro. Truly bizarre shit started going down in Titty City on Bunny Day. If you thought Bunny Day was like unholy before, God, you have not seen what Titty City does during Bunny Day. God does not want to see. It's a godless thing. Would you ever post your dodo code? I would definitely post my dodo code. I would definitely do a Patreon thing or just like intimate, you know, whoever starts following me on Twitch. I don't think I'm gonna have a major following, you know, especially not right away. So I feel like there's, you know, few enough of us that we would all fit on an island, and I would love to do that with you guys. No need for Patreon. We can just, as a thank you for being as kind and welcoming as you all have been, and for making this first stream a truly beautiful experience. I would love to do that. But for now, let's try to keep everything controlled, because I also don't know how that would work out with, how technically I would make that work out. I think I figured out how to get Discord voices to stream as well, but, I don't know how to do anything. And so I would first want to test that out so we're not stuck in troubleshooting or anything. Also, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but if you have a bunch of people, really easy for an island to start just like falling apart. Unfortunately, I think this is something that is Nintendo, their forte, as like in the video game landscape. Nintendo has always been like a toy company. That's how they started. That is their origin story. They are not a tech company. They are not a Sony. They are not a Microsoft. They are first and foremost a toy company. So their tech elements, their games, their sense of play is so on point, and nobody can do what Nintendo can do in that regard. No one's figured it out like Nintendo has, and like, but when it comes to like social interaction through chats, or like being like, you know, the Nintendo app that came out, shit like that. I keep coming in here and not figuring out my fossils. Let's go to Plathers. That's the last thing I haven't shown you guys. Let's go to my fucking museum. But yeah, I think they, you know, really don't know what they're doing tech-wise. And so while social interaction through Animal Crossing is literally keeping me alive most of the time, and it feels like the truest way for me to interact with my friends, more than even a Zoom call or something. I think, you know, the way we get to play feels more true to the way we would hang out in the real world before quarantine and all that. And I really commend them for that. They, you know, like, the app is totally broken. The chat is, God, good luck. You have to, like, if you get the app, the Nintendo app on your phone, you have to link it to your specific, to your Animal Crossing through Zoom, through, what is it, Nook link. And it's like all these goddamn steps. You're just like, what? And then on top of all that, it doesn't work. And then you have to use Discord and like other things to supplement just like how inept they are at creating any sort of user-friendly tech. Tell me about this. Assess my fossils. I always try. I do try to always give him things, get first dibs. With bugs and fish, always. Sometimes with fossils, I'm like, but that's a lot of money. But today I'll give it all. It's all for you, Blathers. I do it all for you. Well, did he? I missed if he said that he. Oh God, no. And that's the other thing. And Alana talked about this too. Is that as much as we love this game, as perfect as this game is in every way, shape, and form in terms of experience, I will continue to be spending most of my life in it. Some elements of Animal Crossing, it's not a good game. There's too many boxes, too many dialogue boxes to do the same thing. Why? Every time I craft, do I have to say, yes, I'm going to craft? Do I keep crafting? Yes, I want to craft. And it's like all these like dialogue menu things that like are just getting in the way. It's not, I think like it could be streamlined. Some of the like obtuseness I appreciate, and I like that it's a lot of discovery, kind of like, you know, Breath of the Wild. I totally missed everything said because I was talking. I'm assuming. Why do I have so many fossils? Can I donate anything to you? No, I can't. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'll get better at this. Yeah, so I do think there are certain things that, even despite this game being amazing and saving my life, and the takes are already coming out. There was one in Kotaku, Vice also did one. Gita Jackson wrote a really great article on like why Animal Crossing isn't supposed to be played the way we've been playing it. You know, and it's not supposed to be something that you grind, which I totally agree with that take, even though I am 100% guilty of such activities. I have forced Tarantula Island to happen when the bug wasn't fixed for like a billion times. I have a problem. But you know, it's something that you're supposed to play every like 20 minutes, and it's truly like taking all of this time that we're spending in it because of social distancing, because none of us have anything better to do. It's really pushing it to its limits. But so I do think like there's a lot of interesting discussions to be had about how Animal Crossing could be improved in the future, or how it's not perfect, or the like, you know, there's a lot of different things. Let me check on my friend chat. I still think it's amazing. I think Alana's sleeping. She got to bed late last night. So she said she was going to stream, but it might not work out this time. But next time. She's thinking about doing it every Sunday, and I might join her. But though I do want to also play RE3 at some point, because I know that's a totally different vibe. Who's Captain? I forget him. Change the exterior of my house. How do I do that? What am I supposed to do? How do I do that? You know something I don't, which is surprising. I will say it's impressive that you don't know, that I don't know this. What can I do? All I know is that you can change your roof. But, and I've obviously overloaded the flowers here and have the wreath. Oh, my friends are so mad at me too. Terry, she gave me something. I can't believe it. I was freaking. See, my friends know who I am. It's probably for the dungeon. They haven't seen the dungeon yet. They've seen everything else in my house, but they have not seen the dungeon. That we wanted to go. I wanted that to be a live reaction on stream. They do know me, so they know to expect something. I told them to expect something in the basement, and they were like, oh god. Visual punk dress? Oh my god. Fuck the damn wand. Guys, it's gonna get intimate. Again, it's gonna have to get intimate. Ah! Oh, I still have my hat on. I should take that off. You have to turn it off. Oh, hell yeah. You know this is going in the dungeon. You know this is going in the dungeon. Captain was the boat guy from New Leaf when you went to the minigame island. I kind of miss New Leaf a little bit. I played more the one before it. I forget which one that was. But interesting. So I asked Nintendo about Resetti, Mr. Resetti, because there was actually a lot of stuff researched on my Nintendo that Resetti kind of like traumatized a lot of young kids because I don't know if you remember, but I forget which Animal Crossing it was. It was like, I think it was the GameCube one. I forget what that was, but he would like actually it was the 64 one, I think. I forget, but he would, if you ever did time travel cheat or left without saving, because that's how you cheat, right? He every time you sign back on, he would go on a tirade, a rampage, yelling at you and just like literally like abusing you verbally for a good 20 minutes. And you just sit there and take it because there's no way to like escape the conversation. He's just sitting there yelling at you, telling you like about like how you're killing his children, like he's losing his mind, like how could you be so cruel? Like it was triggering and traumatizing, and I loved it. And he was just like became this like favorite / most hated character. And Nintendo eventually tried to like phase him out. And you can change your roof, your mailbox, and your door. I will keep pressing on this because it's important. I appreciate that, Julie. It is important. It's very important. And I will figure out how to do that. Where do you get mailboxes? Where do you get different mailboxes? I know you can move your mailbox, but I didn't know you could get a different one. I have better than the gas mask. Let me show you guys. I have to do that actually. But when you want, hey, yeah. I don't know how to do that. I can change my roof. I like the blue. I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. But I don't know what do you mean change your door like stop thing? Is that what you mean? Here's how. No, I gotta change our expression. I love this one because it's truly me. Okay, enough hell. Okay, I'm barefoot. Honestly, the barefootness feels more inappropriate than my dungeon. Look at this thing that I got. No, why? Okay. Pleather mask is what it is called. I got get rid of this cap here. 1 minute. The ragtime one slaps too, guys. Not one of them is bad. That's the thing. I haven't heard one of them and I'm like, could take it or leave it. All of them. And there's this wide range. This man can do everything. This dog, sorry, excuse me. How dare I? This dog can just accomplish everything. Look at this. Look at me. Oh my God, Terry. Terry, what have you done? She is gonna lose her mind when she sees this. She does give the best presents, I gotta say. Terry, shout out to Terry. Cute Vanity has to go back, and so do my other dresses. Although I think this dress will replace the May dress. No! Why am I bad at controls? Guys, what? I'm so bad at Controls. That's another thing, though. I think that is not just me. It is a Nintendo thing. Controls aren't great. Not super intuitive. I didn't want to do that. Although actually, maybe I should. I gotta show Terry what she's done to me. I can't get over this beat. Oh, it's in my phone. Oh yeah, you guys can also see everything else I have. I love this pear wardrobe. I don't know what to do with it though. It doesn't fit. Guys, I forgot I had a stove. We have to do that. That's next. That's next. What's one thing at a time? So these are all the things I have. Love the tissue box. Mom's tissue box. Don't know what to do with you. I need it featured heavily. I got a silver. I think that's better than my last one. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm improving, you know. This fucking guy. I'm keeping that around in case I need to do more disturbing things with it. I have this like boxing match thing that I'm going to definitely make into something I leave out for visitors to fight to the battle to earn my love and respect. You know, normal stuff. Oh my god, the shoes really, I don't know if it's my feet thing, I hate feet, but seeing them without shoes on is more disturbing than anything in my dungeon. I personally believe. Do I have toes? No. I gotta put shoes on. This is inappropriate. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted this to be, you know, a welcoming space to everyone, but everyone just had to see my disgusting Animal Crossing. That's what's gonna go on the OnlyFans page, though. My Animal Crossing feet. Oh, okay. I'm learning. I'm learning in the chat. Top-down house rearranging mode. Okay. Talk to Tom Nook about customizing. He knows how to get along. Okay, we'll do that after. But first we gotta do the stove. Come on. We had priorities. What was I gonna do? Put shoes on, because that's fucking inappropriate. Fashion items. Oh my god, guys. I have a lot of fashion items. I forgot we were also planning on doing that. If we don't get to it today, we will get to it eventually, because look at all these outfits. Personally love the fairy dress. Love it. This is the only thing I liked from the whole Bunny Day fiasco. Was that. I love the berets. I love the like Ariana Grande bunny ears. Oh, Terry gave us these on Bunny Day, and they are soft serve hats. But Nintendo definitely knows, we all know what that actually looks like. Okay. What else do I have here? My mic is in the way. Oh, these are cute little cucumbers for your face for when you're doing a spa day. I've got an oinker. I got a mask because now it's mandated in California that everyone wear masks when they go outside, and that includes an Animal Crossing. I'm kidding. I had to make sure you guys knew I was kidding with that one and not everything else. But I love my Mary Janes. I have many of them. Let's put on a Mary Jane. Let's do that. I love socks. In the real world, my favorite thing is socks. Just love them. Love them. Love cute socks. I have, I thought I had a black one. Love like knee-high socks. We'll wear these in the interim. This took a turn. I hope anyone coming back from where we started is down for this turn of events. Look at that. Look how fucked up and cute she looks. Ugh. You love to see it. You know, express yourself. Whatever that means for you. I do totally agree, Julie. I have a bunch of the kimonos because I find them beautiful, but I don't know if it's okay for me to wear them. I guess it's also like not, you know, it's not like we're wearing them and saying like this is what all Japanese people wear. You know, it's not like we're reducing a culture to that. I think like, you know, in the same way that, you know, I don't know, there are certain styles in America that versus France versus whatever, you know, there's those styles that you associate with this place, like the beret. The beret wouldn't feel like appropriation. I think you can wear respectfully, like, as long as you're not just doing like shitty stereotype things or trying to make it weird about it, and wear it out of just like this, here's this beautiful cultural token from this culture. I think it's okay, but I also have felt weird about it. And those are the things you gotta ask. I'm also not, I'm some white girl, so I'm definitely not the person to ask or give a response on whether or not it's okay. But a question that, you know, I appreciate us asking and working through together. And before someone loses their mind, let's go talk to them. So, let's see how to do in my house. What to do in my house. I also am deeply worried about Isabel. I think she is being abused. I think Tom Nook makes her feel like she needs to be there 24 hours a day, and I think she needs help and can't say anything because he's right there all the time. Oh, there's do-rags in the game? I don't like that. See, that one specifically, like, I don't know about that. Especially in America, that comes with a lot of loaded context that, like, we need to be conscious of. Yeah, I don't love that. I have been telling her to blink twice if she does not want to be there, if she needs help. Is it about my home? I think that's why we're gonna... What can I assist you with? I want to customize. I thought if you place your order now, it'll be ready by tomorrow morning. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, cool. We're gonna do this together. Oh my god, I didn't even know. You've opened my world. Holy shit, how are these different? Blue stone, wow. Okay, this is big, you knew. You knew. I do love blue. But, oh, this is so beautiful. No, not enough color, not bright enough. Thatch, never heard of that. I don't know, I like the stone. The stone is lovely. Let's do the stone. Everyone down for the blue stone? The kimonos are really cute. Ah! This is changing my whole life. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ah! I could die. Holy shit. I've just like been playing the game wrong all my life. Holy shit. Oh my god. Maybe we get a normal roof color and then we can have more of a... Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind. The cobblestone? Are you fucking kidding me? This gotta be a joke. Oh my god. I love it. I don't love the stucco. That feels like a square's house. I'm sorry if you have that. I respect your opinion. I don't have it. I don't subscribe to it. Chic cobblestone, that's definitely my vibe, you know, so chic. As you can see by my sweatpants. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know. How do I unlock? I really like this, but I feel like to fit, it would need to be a different roof top. The stone is definitely right for the cobblestone to match. Definitely the blue. I think this works. so far. We can always reevaluate. This is tempting though. But I think maybe when I get bored, you know. It's not, this is like the least amount of money I've ever been asked to give Tom Nook for a significant improvement. Let's see here. These doors. I'm losing my mind. Oh, the blue. Or the yellow. I'm colorblind? Maybe I just don't know words. Probably more it. The white does match well. Yeah, my turnip price, so we did my friends got real mad at me. I need to send them, I'm surprised Terry sent me a gift because I think she was so pissed at me when so one of our friends, we always do like a turnip price thing in our little group chat. And, you know, for who had the lowest price today and then who has better prices the other day, than other days. And, Terry, oh, look at these end doors. Oh, the Browns end door. That is making me want to reconsider everything, every design choice I've made up until now, because that is an amazing door. But for now, let's stick to the plan. I don't want to put you all through hell here. Too many colors. Oh, but it's really cute. I could do this literally for hours and not talk, but I'm gonna keep going, moving. Gotta keep it going, gotta keep it going. Yeah, anyway, in our chat, my friends had, one of them had a better price, so we all went to her island, but she had to leave to like do something in the real world with her wife, and so I was like getting in on the last end, so of course I was already annoying everybody, and obviously every time you load in, because again, Nintendo doesn't know how to do tech, you gotta watch the screen for 5 fucking minutes, and that's if you're lucky, because then if it doesn't crash, and then it did start to fuck up. And then Terry got booted out or something like that. Or then I got in, I got my turn, I got my nips, at a good price. And then, this is so tough. And then, I was like, oh, to like facilitate things, I'll just like leave right now. So like, I don't get in anyone's way when Terry had just arrived. But we have like, you know, in the Animal Crossing chat, I was like saying like, guys, I'm gonna go, I have to like prepare for the stream, and then they were like, it seems like they were like, okay, like have fun, bye. But I guess I misinterpreted, because in the actual like text thread, Terry was like, don't leave the island, and I left anyway without having seen it, and fucked everything up, and she got like rebooted and sent back to the island, and like Natalie was already late for her thing, and like her wife was so mad at her, and I messed everybody up, and of course I did. And like ruined everyone's life, and it reset everything, and they had to redo the whole thing. So they're mad at me. I have to send them really good gifts. I can't decide on a door. I wish this wasn't black accented, this door. That would make it perfect. The other wood is slightly too red to fit this brown. I'm obsessive. You guys are seeing a little hint here. Any opinions? Try clicking Y and X. Oh my god. What? You all are brilliant. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. I think this kind of vibe, this door. What was the other one we were looking at? I think this was the one that we liked. That one's too plain. Yeah. Or I could be super extra. Wouldn't be the first time in my life. No, let's keep it. This one looks like Fort Knox. I don't know if I love that. I don't like the vibe it gives off. It's like, don't come in here. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's still slightly off. But it's a little bit more personality. Let's go with that. You can change it if you don't like it. You know what? For now, let's go with that. Always be extra. Always. Large mailbox. I love a large adult mailbox. Oh, God. No. No. Oh, there's more. Of course there's more. Ah, cute. There was like something purpley that might actually bring everything together, but I don't see a purple mailbox. That's too much. I think I like that one. I think this works. A house with a house. Exactly. I'll think about the house ones next, but I think the like metal gives it a nice, it all comes together, you know? This is gonna change my life though. I'm gonna keep doing this over and over again. Would you like to place this order? Yes! I couldn't want it more. Truly. Warning that I will probably have to be going soon to attend to life things. And what I also love to do, my most zen experience as of recently is to play Animal Crossing. I forgot I was in this app. I need to tell Terry that she made the stream. She fucking made it. But my favorite thing to do recently, and again, Ricky can attest, is that I will play Animal Crossing for hours on end and listen to murder podcasts, because I love murder podcasts as well. And I don't know why the like contrast just brings me so much like security and I don't know, it just, I don't know why it works, but it works. So I just listen to Crime Junkie and oh, that's cute. Yeah, send me that shit. Yeah, I think, oh yes, a new KK song. I don't have that one. Yeah, I think like I've always loved murder podcasts, true crime, just like listen to it all the time. And, I've had my own moral quandaries about it. And like, I think people can do it in a really exploitative way. I actually like some of those podcasts too. But, I think at the end of it, because a lot of women are interested in true crime, it's like weirdly, disproportionately women who are a fan of these shows and things. Tankless toilet. I'm scared to know what that looks like. It's tankless, it's no tanks. No one gives it any tanks. Yeah, I have to go too soon, but everybody is amazing and beautiful, and when we return next, you will see this lovely house change thanks to you guys. I think I should end the stream there on a high note. I know. This is sad. It's the sad part. But it's not the sad part, because at the very least, we will be returning to this next week. I'll try to figure out if we can do something else in between. Maybe have a Dodo code hangout with some of the ride or dies in here that have made this experience so wonderful. I can't thank you enough. I hope next week we can bring my friends in, but this was lovely to have just personally with you guys because I needed it. I don't know about you all, but I definitely did. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming to this and bearing with me. And it's gonna just get better. I'm open to all your feedback. I want to get better at this. I want to make better content, and I want to connect with you all more. So please let me know if you have any feedback or anything along those lines. Subscribe, I guess. That's you're supposed to say that, right? Subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jess Joho. And in general, just more than anything, I want you all to live happy lives, both in Animal Crossing and in the real world. And I wanted us all to get through this together, and we will. And I want to thank you for being real friends through virtual means. All right? I love you all. Bye.